Alright, today I'm going to be doing another tier list video, so, yeah. Let's get started, and basically what this tier list is going to be, I am going to be ranking which stands you should take and how good are they in SPR. So yeah, SPR tier list, and, yeah, new model for the pictures as well, so it looks nicer. So let's get into the video. Alright, so the first hand we got is Anubis. Now, for Anubis, I'm gonna put it in You'll Struggle because it's really hard to do SPR with this thing because the short barrage range, the counter, putting people's stand back up, it's just overall not a good stand to take in SPR because you're not going to be able to land much M1s because you're going to be getting hit all the time. And the next stand we have is Beach Boy. Now, Beach Boy used to be busted in SBR while the hole was still there, while the glory hole was still there, but that got patched. But it's still pretty usable, but it's going to be hard to do if you want to win SPR with this thing. Alright, next we got Crazy Diamond. Now this stand, I'm putting it in guaranteed third stage placing. So basically, if you want to take Crazy Diamond and Steel Ball Run, what you gotta do is just heal people. Just heal people. Become friends with everybody, and you'll be guaranteed to live until third stage, maybe even past it. Alright, next stand is Cream. I would put this in Certified Win. Actually, no, I will put this in Certified Win. I'm putting this in Certified Win because with Hamon or Vampire, it's really, really good for taking on large crowds because with Vampire, you get blood back. So yeah, if you have enough skill, it's a Certified Win with Cream. Alright, for D4C and D4C Love Train, I'm putting D4C Love Train at You'll Win most of the time, because if you make it past the first stage and the third stage, you'll probably win. And for D4C, I'll put it at pretty easy, but still, there's a chance that you'll get jumped. Alright, GER, I was going to put this in Certified Win along with Cream, but now that they nerfed it, it's kind of just really, really horrible in every aspect. But you still can heal yourself, which is good, so I'll be putting it at the bottom of pretty easy, even though it's quite difficult still. Alright, next is GE. It's just about the same thing with GER, except a little bit worse since you have less damage output. So I'll be putting it behind Beach Boy, and it'll be hard to do. Next is Hermit Purple. I'm putting this in guaranteed third stage because if you do team up with everybody, if you do team up with a big team, you will be pretty successful. But if you don't, you will still be able to make it to the third stage since your grapple can take you places where no other stand can go. Alright, next we have Hierophant Green. So Hierophant Green, this stand, it's like, I'd put it in pretty easy because the barrier, it doesn't really work if you're on a horse, but it's still very, very good for SBR besides the fact you'll be hitting your teammates a bunch. So it's still pretty good, but you'll probably struggle some. Alright, next is Red Hot Chili Pepper. I'm putting this with Anubis and you'll struggle because the damage output is just so low and everything is so easy to block, and it'll be quite impossible to use, but it's not don't take an SPR worthy. Alright, next stand we have is Killer Queen Bites the Dust. I'm putting this behind Gold Experience, and it'll be hard but doable because you can't heal yourself, and you're forced to go into comp SPR, which means you'll have to be fighting all the time stop stands and stuff, but it's still pretty hard, but it'll be possible because of your giant AoE. And same thing with Killer Queen, except you won't have to fight all the Requiem stands, but you have less damage on your bombs and you don't have SBR, so I'll put this at the top of You'll Struggle. Now, KCR, on the other hand, is definitely up here with You'll Win most of the time because the Scythe is a super good move, Time Race is a very good evasive, Reality Marble is a really good move if you use in Devil's Palm, and you have Time Skip, a great mobility move, and you have Raging Demon. And then we got King Crimson, which I would put with KCR, but people have learned to parry the Impale, so I'll put it in the middle of guaranteed third stage. If we were talking about pre-rework Magician's Red, it would be certified win with enough skill. But since now that pretty much all of the moves are blockable, I'll be putting it at the top of it'll be hard but doable because people know to block the attacks now. Alright, next we got Mr. President. I'm putting this one in Don't Take an SBR, unfortunately, because it has no way for you to be good with teams. Like, if you kidnap one of your teammates by accident, you can't do anything besides heal, but then you just heal the enemy as well. Like, this stand, just don't take it in SBR. Alright, next we got Purple Haze. Now, Purple Haze, it's definitely either right here or right here. Now, that does look like a big old gap, but it depends on how you play the stand. Because if you just smash your Z and Y key to get as much poison out as you can, and if you start at Devil's Palm and just poison everybody, it could be here or here. So I think I'll average it out and put him at the You'll Win most of the time at the bottom. Just average out those two placements because Purple Haze, really good stand for taking on AoE teams. The only problem is everybody will be targeting you because you have so much AoE. Alright, next we have Scary Monsters. Scary Monsters is definitely really good in Steel Ball Run because you have a lot of mobility moves and you're really, really fast, and you have a minion that can stall your opponents. It's pretty easy to use this in SBR, but your hitboxes are bigger, so you could get sniped by stands like Tusk Act, Plow, The World, or Six Pistols. Alright, next we got Silver Chariot Requiem. I'm going to be putting this about right here, and you'll win most of the time, because Silver Chariot Requiem, it has a move that boosts speed, it has one of the best counters in the game, it has Conqueror's Will, which is practically an unavoidable time stop that you can also use to run away from people with. And you have Pilot Mode, which slows people down. So if you use this stand correctly, you will definitely win most of the time. Now next is Silver Chariot. I would put Silver Chariot in pretty easy, but that would just be a big ol' lie. Now it's definitely better than Red Hot Chili Pepper and Anubis, and maybe even Killer Queen in Steel Ball Run, but what brings this stand down is that all of your moves, except for Last Shot, which thankfully got an auto aim buff, you have to be in close to use this, and if you go in close in SBR, you're probably going to get jumped by a team. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it at the top of your struggle. Now it's time for Six Pistols. I'll put Six Pistols right there because it's definitely a guaranteed third stage. If you were teamed up with like 2 or 3 other people, you have a pretty high chance of wiping if they have really high destructive power stands. Because the stun on multi-shot just allows your teammates to M1, 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 and they will be able to just kill the opponent in 3 seconds if you land one multi-shot. Really good stand, and it's pretty decent while soloing Steel Ball Run as well. Alright, next stand is Star Platinum The World. This stand, I'm going to put it about right there or maybe right here in guaranteed third stage because the time skip, that's a good mobility move. Time stop, always a good move to have. Combat precision boosts your speed, so that's also pretty good. But then where its downfall is its actual usable attacks. Skull Crusher, yeah, you can use that on a horse, but like it might get parried, so yeah. The moves like Skull Crusher and Platinum Slam, only use them on a horse or else you're gonna die. But Aura Kick's definitely a good move in SBR since it ragdolls and allows you to run away if you're in trouble. But yeah, Aura Beatdown and that end lag on it really brings you down a bit, which is why I'll probably leave it at the very end of guaranteed third stage if you don't get jumped at the first stage or at Devil's Palm. Alright, now it's time for Star Platinum. I haven't really seen much of Star Platinum in Steel Ball Run, so I won't know how to really give it a rating, but just because of how good Star Platinum is, I think I'll put it at the top of pretty easy because Starfinger is a pretty good stun move, and so is Inhale and Aura Kicks is good as well, and it has two mobility moves, so I'm pretty sure that's a pretty accurate placement. Alright, next we have is Sticky Fingers. Now, Sticky Fingers, um, depending on who you're teamed with, you could get you could win most of the time, but if you're soloing, you will probably get jumped, and it's pretty unlikely you'll land four zipper punches on the entire group. So I'm gonna put this about right here and pretty easy. Alright, next we got the hand. If you're the hand user, most people want to team up with you, but I wouldn't say it's as busted to be about right here. So I'm putting it at the bottom of you'll win most of the time because it has Erasure Pull. If you use that on a horse, that's a really good move to get people away from the get away from the winning stage. It also has Erasure it also has Erasure Accelerate, which is a good mobility move, and then it has both of the erasures that just deal a truckload of damage. Alright, next we have the World Alternate Universe. This is going with Cream and Certified Win with enough skill, because if you haven't heard of this YouTuber already, his YouTube channel is called Bega395, I think. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He's won against hacker teams, he's won against 1v6s, he's won a bit against 1v8s. He's wiped so many steel ball runs with the world alternate universe, and it was like 1 versus 8, and he still clapped their cheeks. This stand is a certified win with enough skill. Alright, next we have the world over heaven. So this stand, I would put it at certified win with enough skill, but reality overwrite punch is beginning to be pretty easily parryable, and it's only really used with boxing. So depending on how you use this stand, you could get certified win with enough skill, but for now, I'm gonna just put it at you'll win most of the time. Right, next we have the world. Now this is a stand that I actually use in SBR a lot because people always think, oh, he just wants kill trade. No, I play extremely aggressive and it really mind fucks everybody. So yeah. I don't really win much, but it's definitely hard, but pretty doable. Alright, next we have the four Tusk Acts. Tusk Act 1, I would put this at don't take in Steel Ball Run, and same for Tusk Act 2, but it's kind of necessary for you to take them in Steel Ball Run in order to get the other Tusk evolutions. But winning wise, you'll struggle with both of these. Probably better than Anubis and Red Hot Chili Pepper though. Alright, next we have Tusk Act 3. This stand's actually pretty good in Steel Ball Run. It's not really that much. It's better than GER in my opinion. Besides the Awakening on GER really makes it a changing factor. But Tusk Act 3, definitely a good skill spam stand, and it's pretty easy to win SBR if you know how to play the stand. Right, next we got Tusk Act 4. I'm gonna put this at the bottom of guaranteed third stage because the beatdown is pretty long, so that would the length of the beatdown is definitely a downfall because of people could hear it and then crowd up and then try and jump you as soon as you get out of the beatdown. But besides that, if you know how to play the stand, you'll get to third stage probably about every single time. While we're talking about getting the third stage every single time, I'm gonna put White Album there as well because White Album this stands pretty good for SPR. You have one of the best mobility moves in the game. You have a move that slows people down, and you have Flash Freeze, a big hitbox ragdoll move that flings people. Heck, I might even change it to you'll win most of the time in front of the hand because you slow down your enemies, speed yourself up, and you have a great ragdoll move for sabotaging people that are on their horses for the last stretch. Alright, now we'll have Maiden Heaven. Now, Maiden Heaven before Double Excel and Universe Reset and Time Acceleration were canceled at the final stage, it would definitely be at the top of Certified Win. But now that that's disabled, you'll have struggle actually getting the win, but it's still really good nonetheless, so I'll put it at guaranteed third stage in front of Crazy Diamond because you're just stupid fast. Alright, next we have Sea Moon. I would put Sea Moon about right here and you'll win most of the time, but people normally target Sea Moons because they know their tricks and games about throwing people off the side of the map. So you're going to get targeted a lot, but if you're good at running away from teams, you're definitely right here on guaranteed third stage. And finally for White Snake, pretty sure this is obvious. Don't take this stand in SPR. Just about everything about it is bad if the opponent has more than 5 brain cells. If you take this in SPR, expect to get mad and expect to die pretty fast because this stand has no damage whatsoever and your only practical usable moves are your gun, which is pretty okay, I guess, and the vomit, which you gotta get in close to use, so you'll probably just get jumped. But yeah, that's where Whitesnake goes. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This tier list was based off of my opinion, and if you disagree with that, that's perfectly fine. Let me know in the comments where you would put these stands and how you adjust this tier list, and I might even make a special video dedicated to what the comments says about this tier list and readjusting some placements if this video gets enough traction. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.